Would I survive if, like, the whole world, if there was a bounty on my head and the whole world was just trying to kill me? Would I survive that? I think I would. I know there's probably a lot of you that think that I wouldn't, but I think I would. I would get that money. Of course, it depends on how much, but I think I'd survive. Yeah. Yeah, I would survive. For sure, I would survive. For anyone that says I wouldn't, fuck you. Welcome to All Things Entertainment. I'm your host, William Thomas Alexander. You know, this is starting to get easier every single time I do it. Wow. And we are going to be doing another movie review. We are talking about The Running Man. Damn it! How did he say it? This is The Running Man, damn it! And we don't take no bullshit!
This is America, goddammit! And we don't put up with no bullshit! Yeah!
I think it was something like that. The Running Man was made by Edgar Wright. If you don't know any of his work, Edgar Wright made the first Ant-Man. I don't think he made the second one. And he also made this movie that you may or may not have heard of, Baby Driver. Most people have heard of that movie. The movie did very, very well. It actually was really good. If you haven't seen the movie Baby Driver, go and see it. If you haven't seen Running Man, I'd say go and see it. It is worth the money spent at the movie theater. It is a good movie. Do I think it was perfect? Do I think it was great? Absolutely not. But do I think it was a good movie? Yeah. I think the acting was great. I think the writing was great. I think the script was awesome. There were stakes. The whole movie, there were stakes. You know, I mean, Glenn Powell is, you know, running around the city, running around different places, trying to survive. You have this public game show that is very cynical in multiple ways, because you're putting people in front of cameras trying to survive, and people, you have other fans of the show cheering and shit like that, and these people are actually dying. Like, there are actual bounties on these people's heads. And you know, like every story, like every they're like shonens. And what a shonen is like you follow one person that is down in the dumps and doesn't have the best life, and you follow along that person, and they end up winning, and they end up being very, very strong or whatever, right? So, like, you know, like every story to any movie, like one of these, there's a character that needs a lot of money. And, you know, money motivates, you know, this character. There is, you know, fuck it, we're doing spoilers. His daughter is very sick, and he needs money. And eventually, you know, he wants to do everything he can to not do the game show, not do the Running Man. He doesn't want to do it because he knows it's dangerous, and he knows he has a family to protect and to take care of. A very respectable man, Glenn Powell is playing, with anger issues. By God, this man has anger issues. Like, you don't look this man the wrong way, and he'll slap the shit out you. Anger issues at the wazoo. But he needs a lot of money, and he does everything he can, but eventually he comes to the Running Man. And now we're in the world of the Running Man, the game show. You have the owner of the show, the general manager, CEO, however you want to call it, Josh Brolin's character. If you don't know who Josh Brolin is, fine. I'll just do it myself. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge, Stark. I know. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. But Josh Brolin is the CEO. He's the owner of this company, and he wants to go. He wants this season to go out with a bang. He wants this to be the best season finale that he's ever put on show. Have the best ratings he's ever had. So what does he do? He devises a plan. And his plan is to find somebody that he thinks actually can survive the Running Man challenge, because no one's ever done it before. There's only been one person that was able to make it to the 29th day, and you have to make it 30 days in order to win. Josh Brolin's character, he finds his person. He finds Glenn Powell. Glenn Powell is that person. He is more motivated than anybody in this game right now. He needs the money. He is a family person. He does everything for his family. He's in the Running Man. Now, while he's in the Running Man, this is where things started to get a little it started going a little downhill, but it picked back up. There were a lot of ways in this movie that he was about to die. They dead to rights. There were a lot of times he was dead to rights. And coincidences of all coincidences happened. There was one scene in particular, and we are talking spoilers. Go argue with a wall, okay? One scene in particular. This man's hanging from a billboard. He's hanging from a billboard. They literally have the people trying to kill him are above him. They have him dead to rights. Cut the rope, shoot him in the head, do something right there. Coincidentally, the sign breaks off. And no, you would think that he falls flat on his face to the concrete, right? Because the sign falls. No, the sign rips, it whips the rope that he is on and crashes him through a window. And he survives that shit. And he continues to run. And there's moments like that, little moments like that throughout the movie where it's he would have died right here. And he also probably would have died right here too had this not happened. So this movie is filled with plot armor, and like all movies are, you can't really get too mad at that. You do have to suspend your disbelief just a little bit though, because he should have died a couple times in this movie. I'm not gonna lie. The stakes were high. I was on the edge of my seat for a good portion of this movie because I did love when there was suspense surrounding maybe they found him, maybe they didn't. They had a couple of creative ways to mislead the audience, thinking that for example, there was a homeless person outside this dude's hotel, outside Glenn Powell's hotel. And, as an audience member, he's a homeless person. He's saying weird, random shit. If you've been in any part of LA, you have seen a homeless person just talking crazy to nobody, to himself, on crack or whatever. You've seen it before. No, that was a FBI agent or someone working for the game acting as a hobo, and he really was there just trying to mislead Glenn Powell, and they went and infiltrated his hotel room, and that whole scene was fire. That was really cool. They did a couple cool things with the camera. Cinematography wise, it was beautifully shot, I will say. There was a scene where, it's called The Running Man, so we better see him run, right? There was a scene in that same hotel, I believe, where they did find him, and there was an ongoing one shot of him just running throughout the hotel, going from different places in the hotel or whatever. I thought that was really cool. Coleman Domingo is in it. If you don't know who that is, he is from Euphoria. I don't remember his name. He was the dude that always wore the beanie, though. He was a cool motherfucker, man. He was a cool motherfucker. He wanted the best for Rue. Rue always set herself up for failure, but that character that Coleman, he played her mentor, bro, he wanted the absolute best for Rue. But I digress. This is not about Euphoria. He plays a character in this. I don't remember his name, but he did his thing. He didn't have much to do, though. I mean, I guess his character was just really just there for as the announcer or the host or however you want to call it for the game show. They didn't really give him much, but when he was on screen, he was electrifying. Josh Brolin was great. Glenn Powell was great. For the most part, all the acting in here was great. The storytelling was pretty good. I did feel like it was pretty long. It could have been cut down maybe 20 minutes. I found myself, in this movie, I did find myself dozing off a little bit. There were a couple drawn out, dialogue heavy scenes that I don't think we really needed, honestly. But hey, you know, can't be no movie is perfect, right? If I had to rate this movie, I'd give it a 7. 7.5. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Wasn't the best movie of the year. That still goes to Sinners. You can debate me about that. That's a conversation for another day. So far, Sinners is the best movie I've seen this year so far. But it wasn't the best movie, but it wasn't a bad movie either. I definitely think it is worth the money. You should go see it in theaters. And if in a world for... Oh, I need a thumbnail, actually. Thumbnail. Cool, that's the thumbnail. And for anyone wondering where my Bevel products are, they're not in yet. All right? But I will make that a separate video when the Bevel products for my beard. I know. My face looks so luscious, I know. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I don't know if I forgot anything. I probably did. That movie was a lot in that movie. If I did, leave a comment. Make sure you like. Do that subscribe thing that y'all do. I appreciate y'all, man. We're just starting this. And you have been involved and you've been watching All Things Entertainment, hosted by yours truly. I'll be back for the next video. For anyone that thinks I can't survive the Running Man challenge, you don't know what you're talking about, okay? All right, I may have 2 flat feet, which is very true. My full feet touch the floor, all right? I would be very good. I keep to myself. I'm not loud, all right? I'm low key. They wouldn't fucking catch me, and I know that for a fact. You can go argue with a wall.